You were born for greatness. Every single one of you sitting here today has a seed of potential within you that's waiting to burst forth and change the world. But let me tell you something. This needs your determination, your perseverance, and your unwavering commitment to never ever stop fighting for your dreams. I want you to imagine for a moment that you're climbing a mountain. This mountain represents your goals, your aspirations, everything you want to achieve in life. Now, as you start your climb, the path seems clear. You're excited, motivated, ready to conquer the world. But as you get higher, the air gets thinner. The path becomes steeper. Rocks start to fall in your way. The wind tries to push you back down. This, my friends, is where most people give up. This is where dreams die, where potential remains unfulfilled. But not you. No, you're different. You're here today because something inside you refuses to quit. You have a fire in your belly that won't be extinguished by a little wind or a few falling rocks. You see, life is not about avoiding challenges. It's about facing them head on and growing stronger with each obstacle you overcome. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure is a lesson that brings you one step closer to success. Let me share a story with you. Back in my day, I knew a young man who grew up in a small village with limited resources. He had big dreams of becoming a doctor, but everyone told him it was impossible. It's too poor, they said. You're not smart enough. They mocked, but this young man refused to listen to the naysayers. He studied by candlelight when there was no electricity. He walked miles each day to the nearest school. He took odd jobs to save money for books. Years passed and it seemed like he wasn't making any progress. But he kept fighting. He kept believing. And you know what? Today, that young man isn't just a doctor. He runs a clinic that provides free healthcare to his entire village. He didn't just achieve his dream. He used it to lift up his entire community. That's the power of never stopping, of fighting through every obstacle life throws at you. And let me tell you, the world needs fighters like you now more than ever. We're living in a time of unprecedented change and challenge. The global landscape is shifting beneath our feet. Traditional jobs are disappearing, replaced by technologies we could barely imagine a decade ago. Climate change is altering the very face of our planet. Inequality and division threaten to tear apart the fabric of our societies. In these challenges lie opportunities. Opportunities for innovation, for leadership, for those brave enough to stand up and say, I will make a difference. The world doesn't need more complainers. It doesn't need more people pointing fingers at a shining blade. The world needs dreamers who are willing to roll up their sleeves and turn those dreams into reality. You might be thinking, but I'm just one person. What difference can I make? Let me tell you something. Every great movement, every world-changing innovation started with one person who refused to give up. One person who kept fighting when everyone else said it was hopeless. Think about the great leaders of history. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't start with 1 million followers. He started with a dream and the courage to fight for it, even when it seemed impossible. Mother Teresa didn't set out to change the world. She simply refused to stop fighting for the dignity of every human being she encountered. You have that same power within you. You have the ability to impact lives, to solve problems, to leave this world better than you found it. But it won't happen by accident. It won't happen by wishing and hoping. It'll only happen if you commit right here and now to never stop fighting. So how do we do this? How do we cultivate this fighting spirit that refuses to quit? Let me give you 3 keys that I've learned over the years. First, you must have a clear vision. You need to know exactly what you're fighting for. Vague goals produce vague results. I want you to take a moment right now and visualize your mountaintop. What does success look like for you? What impact do you want to have on the world? See it clearly in your mind. Feel the emotions of achieving it. Let that vision burn itself into your heart and mind. Write it down. Make it concrete. Put it somewhere you'll see it every day. Because when the going gets tough, and it will get tough, that vision will be your North Star. It will guide you through the darkest nights and the fiercest storms. The second key is to embrace failure. Yes, you heard me right. Embrace failure. Too many people are paralyzed by the fear of failure. They never take risks, never step out of their comfort zone because they're afraid of falling short. But here's the truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone to success. Every great achiever has a long list of failures behind him. The difference is they didn't let those failures define them. They learned from them. They grew stronger. They used each failure as fuel to propel them forward. Hold on. So I want you to make a pact with yourself right now. The next time you fail, and you will fail if you're pushing yourself to grow, I want you to celebrate. Yeah, celebrate. Because each failure means you're one step closer to success. It is, you'll have the courage to try to put yourself out there. And that, my friends, is how champions are made. The third key to never stop fighting is surround yourself with the right people. You've heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. It's true. The people around you have a profound impact on your mindset, your motivation, and your success. Look around you. Are you surrounded by fighters or quitters? By dreamers or cynics? By people who lift you up or drag you down? Choose your circle wisely. Seek out mentors who have achieved what you want to achieve. Find friends who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. Build a network of supporters who will cheer you on when you succeed and pick you up when you fall. Here's the beautiful thing on here. As you fight for your dreams, as you refuse to give up, you become that inspiration for others. You become the proof that it's possible to overcome any obstacle to achieve any goal if you just keep fighting. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but you don't understand my situation. You don't know how hard it is for me. And you're right, I don't know your specific circumstances, but I do know this: whatever challenges you're facing, someone else has faced them before and overcome them. Whatever excuses you're tempted to make, someone else with the same excuses has pushed through and achieved greatness. You see, the human spirit is incredibly resilient. We are capable of so much more than we often give ourselves credit for. Think about the countless stories of individuals who have overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. People born into poverty who became millionaires. People with physical disabilities who became world-class athletes. People who were told they would never amount to anything, who went on to change the world. What made the difference in their lives? It wasn't luck. It wasn't some special talent that you don't have. It was their refusal to give up, their commitment to keep fighting no matter what. And that's the choice that's in front of you right now. Will you be someone who makes excuses or someone who makes history? Will you be someone who gives up when things get tough or someone who grits their teeth and pushes through? Will you be someone who accepts the status quo or someone who fights to create a better future? But the choice is yours. And it's a choice you make not just once, but every single day. Every morning when you wake up, you have to recommit to your fight. Every time you face a setback, you have to choose to get back up. Every time doubt creeps in, you have to choose to believe in yourself and your vision. It's not easy. I won't sugarcoat it for you. The path to greatness is often lonely. It's filled with obstacles and disappointments. There will be days when you want to quit, when it seems like the whole world is against you. Those are the days that define you. Those are the moments when champions are made. Remember, diamonds are formed under pressure. Gold is purified fire, and your character, your strength, your greatness, it's forged in the crucible of adversity. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, to develop skills you never knew you had, to prove to yourself and the world what you're truly capable of. So embrace the struggle. Welcome the challenges. See them not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones on your path to greatness. And as you fight, as you push yourself beyond what you thought was possible, something amazing happens. You start to inspire others. You become a beacon of hope for those who are still afraid to chase their dreams. Your journey becomes a testament to what's possible when someone refuses to give up. Imagine the ripple effect you can create. Imagine how many lives you can touch. How many people you can inspire to break free from their own limitations and fight for their dreams. That's the true power of never stopping, of always fighting. Not just about your own success. It's about lifting up everyone around you. Now, I want to address something important. Some of you might be thinking, but what if I fight and still don't achieve my goals? What if I never reach that mountaintop? Here's what I want you to understand. The fighting itself is the victory. The person you become in the process of pursuing your dreams is the real prize. You see, success isn't just about reaching a destination. It's about who you become on the journey. Every time you choose to keep going when you want to quit, you're building character. Every time you face a fear and push through it, every time you learn from a failure instead of being defeated by it, you're growing in wisdom. These qualities of character, courage, wisdom, they're far more valuable than any external achievement. They're what will sustain you through life's ups and downs. They're what will enable you to make a real, lasting difference in the world. So even if you don't reach your original goal, even if your dreams change along the way, you'll still be a success. Because you'll have become the kind of person who has the strength, the resilience, and the determination to keep fighting no matter what life throws at you. And let me tell you something. That kind of person is unstoppable. That kind of person can adapt to any situation, overcome any obstacle, seize any opportunity. That kind of person changes the world, whether they're in the spotlight or behind the scenes. Now, I want to give you some practical strategies for maintaining this fighting spirit in your daily life. Because it's one thing to feel motivated in a moment like this, but it's another to keep that fire burning day in and day out. First, start each day with purpose. Before you check your phone, before you turn on the news, take a few moments to remind yourself of what you're fighting for. Visualize your goals. Affirm your commitment to never stop fighting. Set your intention for the day. In a second, there is more victories. Too often, we focus only on the big goals and forget to acknowledge the small steps that get us there. Did you overcome a fear today? Celebrate it. Celebrate it. Did you help someone else? Celebrate it. These small victories build momentum and keep you motivated for the long haul. Develop growth mindset. See every challenge as an opportunity to learn and grow. When you face a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? This mindset turns obstacles into opportunities and keeps you moving forward, even when things get tough. Of course, take care of yourself. Fighting requires energy, and you can't pour from empty cup. Make sure you're getting enough rest, eating well, exercising, and taking time for activities that recharge you. Self-care isn't selfish. It's essential for sustaining your fight over the long term. Fifth, find a way to serve others. It might seem counterintuitive, but one of the best ways to stay motivated in your own fight is to help others with theirs. When you lift others up, you lift yourself up too. You gain perspective, you find new sources of inspiration, and you remember why your fight matters in the first place. Next thing, continually educate yourself. The world is changing rapidly, and to keep fighting effectively, you need to keep learning. Read books, take courses, seek out new experiences. The more you learn, the more tools you have in your arsenal to overcome obstacles and seize opportunities. Heaven, practice gratitude. It's easy to focus on what's wrong, on how far you still have to go. But taking time each day to acknowledge what's good in your life, to be thankful for how far you've come, can give you the strength to keep going when things get tough. And finally, remember that you're not alone in this fight. Yes, there will be times when you have to stand alone, when you have to be the one to take the first step or make the hard choice. But there are also millions of other fighters out there, people just like you who are refusing to give up on their dreams, who are working every day to make the world a better place. Find these people, connect with them. Share your stories, your struggles, your victories. Draw strength from each other, because when fighters unite, there's nothing they can't accomplish. Now I want you to think about the future. Not just your future, but the future of our world. The challenges we face as a global community are immense. Climate change, poverty, inequality, conflict. These are problems that can seem overwhelming, insurmountable. But I want you to imagine a world where every single person committed to never stop fighting. A world where people refuse to accept injustice, refuse to settle for mediocrity, refuse to give up on the possibility of a better future. What could we accomplish? What mountains could we move? You see, that's the world we can create. And it starts with you. It starts with your commitment right here, right now, to never stop fighting. To keep pushing, keep growing, keep believing no matter what. Because here's the truth. The world doesn't change itself. People change the world. People like you who refuse to accept things as they are, who have the courage to imagine something better and the determination. So I challenge you today. I challenge you to make a commitment, not just to your own dreams, but to being a force for good in the world. I challenge you to use your unique gifts, your passion, your fighting spirit to make a difference. It won't be easy. There will be days when you want to quit, when it seems like your efforts aren't making a dent. But I promise you this, if you keep fighting, if you refuse to give up, you will make a difference. You will create change. You will leave this world better than you found it. And isn't that worth fighting for? Isn't that worth every ounce of effort? Every moment of struggle, every setback and disappointment. To know that because of your fight, because of your refusal to give up, lives were changed, problems were solved, hope was restored. This is the power you hold in you. That's the potential that's waiting to be unleashed. And it all starts with a decision to never stop fighting. So I ask you now, are you ready? Are you ready to commit to this fight? Are you ready to push past your limits, to face your fears, to keep going when everyone else says it's impossible? Are you ready to become the person you always meant to be, to make the impact you were born to make? I'll stand tall, my friends. Feel the energy coursing through your veins as you declare your commitment. I will never stop fighting. Let those words echo in this room and in your hearts. Now, as you stand there, you're filled with determination. I want you to look around. See the fire in the eyes of those standing beside you. Feel the collective power of all these warriors ready to take on the world. This is more than just a moment. It's the beginning of a movement. But saying the words is only the first step. Now comes the real challenge. When you walk out of here today, you'll be stepping back into a world that often seems designed to weigh you down. You'll face doubters and naysayers. You'll encounter obstacles that feel insurmountable. There will be days when your own mind becomes your worst enemy, whispering that it's too hard, that you should just give up. These are the moments that define you. These are the tests that reveal your true character. Remember, a fighter isn't someone who never falls. It's someone who always gets back up. Every time life knocks you down, you have a choice. You can stay down or you can rise stronger than before. And rising, my friends, that's what separates the extraordinary from the ordinary. I'm going to share with you a powerful truth. Your greatest enemy isn't the world around you. It's not other people or circumstances or bad luck. Your greatest enemy is the voice inside that says, I can't. But here's the beautiful thing. You also have the power to be your own greatest ally. That same voice can say, I can and I will. It's a choice you make. But how do you silence that negative voice? How do you fuel the fighter within? It starts with your daily habits, your routine, the small choices you make when no one's watching. Begin each day by reaffirming your commitment. Before your feet hit the floor, before the world starts making demands on your time and energy, take a moment. Breathe deeply and remind yourself, I'm a fighter. I do not quit. I do not make excuses. I find a way, I'll make one. Or then take action. No matter how small, remember, every great achievement is the result of small actions taken consistently over time. Did you dream of running a marathon? Start by running around the block. You want to write a book? Begin with a single paragraph. Aspire to change your community. Start by helping one person. These small actions might not feel significant in the moment, but they're laying the foundation for something greater. They're building your fighter's mindset, your resilience, your unwavering belief in yourself. As you go through your day, actively look for challenges. Yes, you heard me right. Look for challenges. Most people spend their lives trying to avoid difficulty, but not you. You're different. And fighters know that it's through challenges that we grow stronger. So when you encounter the problem, don't shy away from it. Don't complain about it. Instead, ask yourself, how can I use this to become better? What can I learn from this that will make me stronger? This mindset shift is powerful. It turns every obstacle into an opportunity. Every setback becomes a setup for a comeback. You start to welcome challenges knowing that each one is forging you into the person you're meant to become. Now, let's talk about fear. Fear is a natural part of any fighter's journey. If you're not feeling fear, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. The key is to develop a new relationship with fear. Most people let fear paralyze them. They see it as a stop sign. But for a fighter, fear is a green light. It's a signal that you're on the right path, that you're stepping out of your comfort zone and into the realm of growth. Because the next time you feel fear creeping in, don't run from it. Don't try to suppress it. Instead, thank it. Yes, thank your fear. Say, thank you for reminding me that I'm pushing my limits. Thank you for showing me where I need to grow. Then take a deep breath and step forward anyway, because courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action in the face of fear. And every time you act despite your fear, you grow stronger. You prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you imagined. As you continue on your journey, remember this. Progress isn't always linear. There will be days when you feel unstoppable, when everything seems to be falling into place. Cherish these moments. Let them fuel you. But there will also be days when you feel like you're moving backwards. Days when it seems like all your efforts are in vain. These days are just as important, because it's in these moments that your commitment on these tough days go back to basics. Remember why you started this journey in the first place. Reconnect with your purpose, your vision for the future. Sometimes taking a step back allows you to leap forward with renewed energy and clarity. And never underestimate the power of rest. True fighters know when to push hard and when to recover. Resting isn't quitting. It's strategic. It's giving your mind and body the time they need to recharge so you can come back stronger. Use these moments of rest to reflect on your journey. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it might seem. Acknowledge the obstacles you've overcome, the fears you've faced, the times you've picked yourself up when it would have been easier to stay down. These reflections aren't just feel-good exercises. They're building your resilience. They're reinforcing your fighter's mindset. They're reminding you of what you're capable of, so that the next time you face a challenge, you can draw strength from your past victories. Now let's talk about the power of community. While much of your fight will be internal, you don't have to go it alone. In fact, surrounding yourself with the right people can amplify your strength and accelerate your progress. You seek out other fighters. Find people who inspire you, who challenge you to be better. These might be mentors who walk the path before you. They might be peers who are on a similar journey. They might even be those who look up to you, whose belief in you strengthens your belief in yourself. Build a support network. Share your goals, your struggles, your victories. Be vulnerable. Ask for help when you need it. And be ready to offer support in return. Because true fighters don't just fight for themselves. They fight for each other. Remember, your journey isn't just about personal achievement. It's about becoming someone who can lift others up. Someone who can inspire by example. Someone who can make a real difference in the world. As you grow stronger, look for opportunities to share your strength. Extend a hand to those who are just starting their fight. Offer encouragement, your words, your actions, your unwavering commitment to never stop fighting. These can be the spark that ignites the fighter spirit in others. And as you inspire others, you'll find yourself even more motivated to keep pushing forward. It creates a beautiful cycle of growth and positive impact. And I want you to think beyond just today, or this week, or this year. I want you to envision the person you'll become if you stay true to your commitment to never stop fighting. 5 years from now, 10 years, 20 years. Imagine the strength you have built, the resilience you'll have developed, the impact you have made. Imagine the examples you'll be able to share of times when you could have given up, but chose to keep fighting instead. Your future version of you is counting on you right now. Every choice you make today is shaping that future self. Every time you choose to fight instead of quit, you are building the foundation for a life of purpose, achievement, and fulfillment. As you leave here today, carrying this new commitment in your heart, remember, the fight doesn't end when you walk out those doors. In many ways, it's just beginning. The real test comes in the quiet moments when no one's watching, in the daily choices between what's easier and what's right. In the times when giving up seems like the only option. But you're prepared for this. You're stronger than you know. You have a fire within you that can't be extinguished by temporary setbacks or momentary doubts. You are a fighter, and fighters never stop. They never quit. They never make excuses. They fight. Go forward with courage. Face each day as a new opportunity to grow, to push your limits, to make a difference. Embrace the challenges, learn from the setbacks, celebrate the victories, no matter how small. Please remember, you were born for this. You have greatness within you. And as long as you never stop fighting, there's no limit to what you can achieve. The fight starts now. Make it count.